Okay, Al, I'm going to draw some exterior walls here. Now, by default, it'll put a hip roof on there. You probably already noticed that. Right, hip roof. Okay, you want a gable. You open one wall, go to the roof tab, and select full gable wall. And it puts a full gable wall there automatically. And it's on automatic roof generation is on by default. On my copy, you can turn it on or turn it off. See, there's the gable roof. We'll do the same thing to the other end. I'm right-clicking, by the way. Okay, so there's the gable roof similar to your picture. But, you know, you've got this porch thing here. So it looks like about, it doesn't matter. For the now that I've got the roof on there, I'm going to go over to Build Roof Dialog and turn off automatic rebuild roofs. Okay? I'm going to uncheck that and then cancel. Let me check and see if that took. No, I canceled, so it canceled. That's fine. Okay. I just don't want it to change the roof automatically when I start changing the walls. And if I didn't turn off automatically rebuild roofs, it would. So I'm going to take this wall here and move it back a few feet. See, the roof stayed put. Now we'll go over here to the railing tool, and I'll draw in railings underneath that. Now, I'm not being very exact. You need to be exact with your measurements and so forth. I'm going to take, well, actually, I'm going to delete these. Let me show you a trick here. I'm going to program one wall and then, let's see. Oh, that's right. Architecture doesn't have that. Anyway, never mind. I'm going to go over here to the rail style tab of this railing wall here. This one here. And tell it to be post to beam to hold up the roof. Okay, now I'm going to take, let me show you what that looks like so you can see this thing as it develops. Where's the camera tool? Where'd it go? That's not it. I don't use the drop-down menus. Let me fix that. I'm used to a different setting. Let's see, appearance. I think it's appearance. Yeah. Child tool palette. I don't use that. I use the. Is that it? No, here it is. That's the one I want. Okay, now when I should be able to find the camera tools a little easier. I hope so. That's not it. There it is. See, with the child tool palette, you click on the main toolbar, and then the other choices show up over here. I want an overview. So there's the porch. Obviously, I need to adjust that some, but that's the effect I'm going for. I think I'll just hit Shift F6, Shift on the keyboard, Shift and F6. There. So you can kind of watch this develop as I do it. I got plan screen over here and the overview over there. I need to zoom in. I guess I'll just wiggle in. Okay. I'm going to take this wall here. Whoops. I'm going to go to get out of camera mode and copy this wall over here like that. And I'm going to copy another copy. It's just so I don't have to reprogram the wall every time I create it. I'll take this piece here and stick it over there and extend it. Now we got a porch. And see how that automatically cleaned up the top and so forth. Now, in order to make it a real porch, I'm going to open up the room dialog box, and we'll name it porch, which automatically will give it a concrete floor. Concrete floor. Yeah, concrete floor like that. And also that looks kind of dumb. I'm going to create a terrain perimeter. There, that looks better. Now you can see there's a gap underneath the porch. I'm just going to open the dialog box here. I think it's the same in architectural as in Premiere, Chief Premiere. Ceiling finish, floor finish. Oh, okay, that's, I can't get to that. All right. No big deal. I'm just going to go over to build floor, build foundation. And I don't care what kind it is. I just want that kind of, well, the porch still isn't filled in. I'm going to go back up. Here's the automatic foundation I built. And it's just underneath the house. I'm going to extend that underneath the porch just for appearances. Only state licensed engineers can actually design legal foundations. So this is basically cosmetic in the software because the software is not an engineer. Okay, I want go window, no, tools, yeah, display options, reference floors, reference floor display. Now, see, that allows me to see the walls above, and I'm going to drag this wall out and line it up. By the way, this toolbar here, it's called the Edit Toolbar, only pops up when something's selected. And the commands in here are germane to what's selected, so I want it to align with the wall above. So I'll click on that, and now it's aligned. And see, now that looks a little bit cleaner. Okay, now I'm going to go back up to the first floor. Now, I'm going to turn the reference display off. Let's see, it's under Tools, Reference, okay. Yeah, turn that off. It's quite handy for certain things. Okay, now, that's not very high off the ground. We may or may not need railings. I think in your house, let me take a look. Yeah, there's no railings there. So I'm going to go over here and go to the rail style tab again, and newels and balusters. Newels and balusters, but this is the dialog for this wall. And we'll turn off rail. I'll make the rail height 0. Oh, didn't work. Here we go. Because I made it 2 inches tall. I don't want it any inches tall. Let's see, maybe it's rail style I want. There it is, no rail. Okay. So many settings, it's hard to remember them all. We'll do the front wall and go over to rail style, no rail. And this wall, and you can see that's what's happening. And no rail. And that's pretty close to the appearance that you want to have. Now, if you want to have stone instead of siding, you just change. I wasn't very careful with what walls I drew, but that's the basic, this is how you do it. And if you don't want that many posts, just click on this wall here, open it, go to Newels and Balusters, and there's an on-center spacing here. We'll set that to some fantastically high figure, and it'll just get rid of those posts in between. Excuse me. Okay, well, that's about it for this tutorial. I hope that helps you and others. Thank you.